Hello and welcome back to Charsur, everybody. This is Dayton,
Zach,
and we are here doing another podcast, and we are here joined by Josh, Cade, Tucker, and Daniel. And I have a question for all of you. What is your most frustrating game
I'd have to say
experience?
my most frustrating gaming experience
start with
was
Josh.
playing Jack 2 as a wee lad. That game kicked my butt.
Oh, truth.
It was
One
the
of the
sequel
hardest
to
games
Jack
to date.
Daxter.
I've never
It
heard of
was
that
just
game.
a pain in the butt, and I was so young, and I was not the gamer I am today.
So with Jack and Daxter series, it's reported as one of the hardest series ever made in gaming. Yep.
That's what we.
You guys will have to look into it.
Really?
Yeah.
They're so good.
I played demos,
So
actually.
good.
I didn't know you guys
so
were talking about Jack and
frustrating.
Daxter, so... Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Heck yeah.
My most frustrating
All right.
video game experience was
Gabe, what
also
was
when
your
I was
most
young.
frustrating
It was
experience?
Donkey Kong 64 on the Nintendo 64.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Ooh.
for the longest time, I didn't know how to beat the game, and then I found out, oh, you just have to beat one level of the original Donkey Kong on this little arcade machine, but trying to do that with a Nintendo 64 control stick that was super, super broken from playing Mario Party games made it nigh impossible, so I couldn't beat the game until I bought a new controller. It was awful.
That would be the worst experience in the world.
That would suck.
Oh man!
all right,
I'd
Tucker,
probably
what
have
was
to
your most
say
frustrating game experience?
Smite. That game just gives me a headache every time I play it.
Really?
Yeah, I just hate that game.
love
I can't stand it.
I bet.
That's my bread and butter.
I hate you. I hate you so much.
No. I
How
like.
about-
I
how
just
about
got a
you give me
headache
an
thinking
actual,
about that game.
frustrating experience?
I love Smite.
I hate you.
When I was a wee lad,
Daniel,
Josh and
what's your most
I
frustrating game
would
experience?
play Gauntlet 7 Sorrows.
Oh God.
And we spent too many hours on this game. But the most frustrating part of the game was trying to keep up with Josh, because he was so much better than me. Trying to keep up with him money-wise. And I'd get... internally, I don't know if I ever portrayed this, but I'd get so mad because I was like, he's got all the money! So, just made me super angry.
Well, that was me with all of the Gauntlet games. I'd run ahead of everyone, loot everything, and then run back. And stuff. So I had all the money all the time. It was great.
Yeah, super great. Oh, good.
Those Gauntlet games were
The new
pretty
ones are
hard, though.
worse. They're so ridiculous.
Yeah.
They are.
They came out with a bunch of new ones of those.
It's beautiful.
I played the new Gauntlet. I think I've still got it on my computer here,
Oh,
but
freak yeah.
all of the moves are combos on the controller. So it's like playing a fighting game, but you're playing a top-down dungeon crawler. It's ridiculous.
Dang.
No. That's not a game I'd enjoy. Zach, what was your most frustrating game experience?
Monkey Ball 2.
Monkey Ball 2.
Monkey Ball 2 back in the day. I've never beaten it to this day, and I've tried so many times.
Is that a
I
Sega game?
hated that game.
Okay. I think I know exactly what game that is. Screw that
It's
game.
so
Cube 2, the
fun,
little
but
monkeys?
it's so impossible.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cube 2, the little monkeys.
Yeah, you just roll down in a ball, go down the track. Sounds pretty easy, but it's effed up.
Reminds me of my
Yeah, that's
ex-wife.
true, yeah,
Oh,
Reminds me of my ex-wife.
and I'd have to say my most frustrating game experience is... I'm looking at the games I got. Whatever. I hate you,
Oh,
Tucker.
was that yours?
It's
Was Smite
when I
yours,
play...
Satan?
And it was for that same reason that
that-
Tucker said Tucker stole it.
I
Yeah,
love
Smite was mine.
You guys just need to play as Zeus.
Yep.
I love Smite.
Yeah,
You guys just need to play as Zeus.
No, like, I play it, and, like, the first game will go alright and all that, but then, like, by the end, I'm always full-blown headache, and I'm just like, I don't
Yeah,
want to
I'm
play, I don't want to
totally
live
the
life
same
anymore,
way.
I just want to punch something.
I don't live life.
See, I got into Smite because of you guys,
I
Tucker.
hate
Like,
you.
Same.
And I'm a smite god.
Same.
And Cade got into it because of Tucker as well.
This is true.
It's true.
So
And now I'm the worst of us.
why do you hate it so much? Yeah.
I don't
No, you're not the
actually
worst of us.
hate
You're
it. I
so
just
well-rounded.
like stealing Dayton's thing.
Feeling his thunder.
Yeah, always like
Like
stealing
my
my
ex-wife.
things. Tucker the stealer. Do you actually have an answer, Tucker, or
frustrating
no?
Game. Probably just any horror game because I am.
Outlast.
What
pee
about
my
Dead Space?
pants
Because it broke
scared
your
of
jaw.
Every game. Let's go with Dead Space because I
What?
broke my jaw playing that game.
What?
I screamed and jumped so hard that it popped my jaw
What?
out of place.
He's
And
screaming.
ever since then, I can pop it in and out like on command.
That's beautiful.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That sounds like a
You
cheat
would
word.
not be able to tell though
Could
because
you do it now?
I would just be screaming in pain, and that could be over anything.
Oh, darn it. Oh. My goodness. Oh, I have another answer though. Gears of War 1, when you had to face
What?
what's his name? The Berserker
The Berserker.
for the first time. It scared the crap out of me when I was a kid, and I didn't know what to do, so I just quit and I never played it ever again.
Really?
Yeah, I never beat it until I played it with Zach like this year. What? Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Okay.
Never beat it. All right, but yeah. So yeah, we were joined by all these guys, and we're doing the podcast today for the date of what is the date? It is the 29th of 2017 January, because that's a way of saying it. There's a lot of news
Trump
that's
train.
happened within the past, I'd say 3 months actually. People like to say that it's a really shush. People like to say that this time of year is like the most dead, but a lot of stuff has actually happened within this past 2 months. Really,
Yeah.
for one, there's been the Mass Effect Andromeda announcement. Yeah, which is just absolutely
Co-op
amazing
Mass
in my
Effect?
I saw the
opinion.
trailer.
What do you guys feel about that?
Well, the campaign isn't co-op, but there's a cooperative multiplayer like in Mass Effect 3.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Not
Yeah.
me.
I
We've
have.
all played the Mass Effect 3 multiplayer,
I
correct?
have as well.
Bit of it. I never got into multiplayer in Mass
I
Effect. really.
have.
That's the
But I
most
want
fun
it.
part.
Gotcha. It's probably the most fun I've had with the multiplayer, like 4-player co-op experience in a long time. Like I enjoyed it a lot more than Left 4 Dead or anything like that,
Yeah.
which is saying something. But yeah, I think out of all the games I've invested the most money into, it'd be Mass Effect 3 because I bought so many of those requisition packs with my own money. I'm not ashamed about it, but I did, unfortunately. So
Is Andromeda going to be the same thing with the 4? It's just like the same
Yeah,
type of
it's supposed to be like a
From
horde
my
type of
understanding,
multiplayer.
yeah.
You just
Right, guys?
fight
Yeah, very-
waves of
very
enemies.
similar.
It's supposed to be like a horde type of multiplayer. You just fight waves of enemies.
Cool.
okay, so it'll be pretty similar. From my understanding, the only thing they're probably going to change is like you get jetpacks and like it's more
Agile? Cinematic?
symmetrical.
Symmetrical.
Symmetrical, yeah. It's more
What I
What I
symmetrical in map
love
design
is
and that
it's
kind of
turning the
deal.
human race from the defender to the antagonist almost. Like, we're here trying to take over somebody else's world. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, we don't need Earth anymore. Screw that.
No, but that from what the trailer looked like it was humanity's last hope. How many people? 200 million people on this this ship.
The Ark.
Oh, Ark. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm super.
there,
stoked for
that's
that.
the word, yeah.
Ark. Yeah, I'm super stoked for that.
From my understanding, it takes place 500 years after the events after Mass Effect 3.
Well,
So like everybody's dead, nobody's
It
alive.
takes
There's
place
not going to be any like interaction with any
before
other
Mass Effect
characters.
3, if I.
No, I don't think so. Because I think looking at the trailer, I thought that Earth had been like tapped out as far as resources go. They couldn't use Earth anymore. That's why they all jumped ship, literally. And
I thought
off.
watching the Game Informer stuff, it just sounded like Andromeda is just this initiative of these people that want to like go explore and stuff. They're not running from anything really, and everybody just has their own reasons for being. And the reason they did that is because the story writers and stuff, they didn't want the reason everybody was on the ship was to be because of the Reapers, just like it was. Everything's because of the Reapers in the Mass Effect trilogy. They just wanted it. Everybody's just on the ship because they want to find a new world for whatever reason. They want a new life to start over.
Explorers, adventurers.
Super
whatever
selfish
reason.
of humanity.
Yeah, and it's not just humans.
Let's go F up this other species.
There's Krogans and Solarians and
It's not just
Turians.
humanity,
Sorry,
though.
all your favorites, everybody. They're
There's
coming.
four different arcs. There's the human one, an Asari one, a Turian one, and a Solarian one. So the four main species from the Council, they each have their arc, and then they come along with them as pathfinders and stuff. There are all these other races, and then there's a big. It's kind of like the hub, like how the Citadel was in the other games. There's a big, kind of like a central point. So all the arcs are in these different places in the Andromeda Galaxy. And then there's the big hub homeworld arc place that has, it's like a melting pot of all different races. It's not exclusively one race or the other.
I actually didn't know that.
That's pretty cool.
That is. Okay. From what I saw, there's been a recent launch announcement talking about the campaign and all that, revealing new characters, revealing the new alien race. What was the name of it?
Is the Hanar coming
It looks
back?
like
I
a
love them.
jellyfish, like squid thing, like a starfish.
Some other guys are sight. The what?
No, not those
Shut
guys.
your-
No. I'm pretty sure the Hanar are dead. Sorry. But yeah, there's gonna be a new introduction of like completely new species, completely new thing, and I like it how they're not involving the Reapers at all. There's no Reapers, there's no nothing. I believe that there's gonna be like that'll be reasons for people to leave though, the Reapers, correct? Like, I don't think
Well,
that's
that's
not,
what
that's gonna
in
be
the developer
absolutely
commentary that
abstract
Game
to
Informer
the
did. They
idea
said
of
that they wanted they didn't want everybody's motivation to be running away from the Reapers. They wanted it to be a really fresh start. So with their story arc, they're not doing. There's going to be no characters from the Mass Effect 3 trilogy in Mass Effect Andromeda, and well, the AI lady from the Citadel.
Well, there's
is
gonna be
gonna
one
there.
actually.
Which is cool because
Yeah.
people who haven't gamed
Avina,
on
yeah,
Mass
yeah.
Effect, it's like they've got a new fresh start. where
Yeah,
they can
it's a good
start
place to
it
jump
off.
in, and it's a good place for the fans as well. But they're
Kind of like
Uh,
Final Fantasy 15.
yeah, what the guy was really trying to stress was that it's not about
I
the
haven't-
Reapers because they just want a fresh start. They don't want to have to explain everything that happened in Mass Effect 3 in order for everything in Mass Effect Andromeda to make sense. They just want it to be able to somebody to pick it up
So
and
they were
completely
lazy.
understand everything.
That makes sense. So they were lazy. That's understandable. And then they have the new enemies, as they would call it.
Something like that.
Krell, was it?
Krell.
Yeah, it's something like that. They look like kind of rocky. They look like collectors, the collectors from Mass
Yeah,
Effect
yeah.
2, except they're a little bit more like humanoid in a way. They look okay. Like, I'm not sure how they're gonna make those guys the bad guys. Like how they're gonna become a force to reckon with, like, you know, the
Well,
Reapers.
The
and
theme that
collectors
they have
and
is
the
all
Geth
kind of
and that
like
kinda deal,
bone
so
armor and stuff.
I don't know how they're gonna do that.
Maybe it's they're
What's
the
this
native.
Yeah.
species that they're invading?
Which it's cool
Pushing
looking,
them out.
absolutely.
Putting them on the reservation.
Yeah.
Putting them on the reservation.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Probably the purpose of it is more of those enemies are just kind of they're enemies of everybody, but really the whole point of the game is to find a new
I
planet.
mean, that's their home
They're
planet.
just there.
Then they're just there, like they're not like
Well, it's
main
not-
story.
It's over. they're just coming
like
into the
that, yeah.
galaxy and they're trying to find which planets would be suitable for colonies and stuff. And so it's not like they've said that there are going to be. He confirmed like 4 or 6 planets or something like that were going to be completely explorable planets, and some of them you'll be able to drive around the Nomad on and stuff.
I'm so
And
happy.
so-
It's the Mako with a different name. I'm so happy they brought it back.
Yeah, well, it doesn't have any guns on it. It's just
Yeah,
for
the Tempest or
exploring.
something like that. Yeah. Oh. So when they say like 6 planets to explore and all that kind of deal, is it going to be something like Mass Effect 1 where, well, it's not going to be exactly like Mass Effect 1, but it's going to be where they have these hub worlds that are like Noveria and Pharos and that kind of deal.
And each
where
world
you
has
have
kind of like a
missions scattered
common
about
theme, like an
throughout the
event
area,
that's going
and it's all
on.
kind of a story.
I kind of like how in KOTOR, which is made by the same people, you would go to each planet and like on this one planet, there's the Sith the Sith have invaded and the Sith are in control and stuff, and that's kind of like the common theme is you're all trying to like sneak around the Sith and stuff. And then on a different one, there's like this natural disaster that's happened and da-da-da. So there's kind of like a mini story for each world, and then all of the side quests kind of tie into that story. And then along all of the worlds, there's a main story that all ties in. That has to do with those new race, whose name I'm still trying to find.
Mm-hmm. So it's open world in a different sense. It's not like
they said to use the word
it's
open world kind of loosely because it's kind of a spectrum.
Witcher 3 is absolutely amazing.
Games like Star Fox that are like 100% linear, and then there's games like No Man's Sky who are like 100% open world.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's definitely a balance between those. And so it's kind of hard to say it is open world or it's not open world because it's a spectrum that you have to find a place for it on.
Side note, we got to talk about No Man's Sky later.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Oh, of course. I mean, I never played it, but I've heard plenty about it, and I've watched plenty of freaking videos about it. That's for sure. Yeah. What? On the subject of Mass Effect Andromeda, they also announced some of the characters and that kind of deal. And then one of the characters, she's a blonde lady with shaved sides. I don't know if you guys saw her. Her last name is Harper, and in reality, actually, the Elusive Man, his name is Jack Harper. So a lot of people are connecting this character that's going to be in your squad to the Elusive Man. So, but nobody's really made a comment about it at all. Just saying that it could be a possibility that this character could have something to do with the Elusive Man, because it's revealed Alec Ryder, which is the main character. Well, not the main character. Who's your father, basically, of your character that you've created. He's the father, and he has ties with the Cerberus and has had things happen with him between him and Cerberus. So there is a possibility that Cerberus could be involved in as well, which is actually kind of awesome in a way, in my opinion. I don't know. But the thing is, they say it's 500 years in the future. If I'm not mistaken, they say it's 500 years in the future. So basically, they just did like
I think so, yeah.
cryogenic
Especially with
stuff,
that huge number of
He
people.
said
Would
they
you think,
didn't.
or
Am
I completely just
they're not
thin here?
explaining exactly how they got there. It didn't take them like millions of years or anything to make the journey. It's still like around the same time frame, and they're not saying exactly how the science behind it, but they said that when you play the game, it will explain that.
Okay, so the 500
I am
year
not
thing,
certain.
is that, am I just pulling that out of thin air? Or is
like
it
a month
an
or
actual
two ago,
thing?
I listened to an interview of the developer commentary the Game Informer did, and he said when it was set, the exact time period, but I don't remember when it was.
Okay. How about the
Not all of
combat?
them, but I've seen enough
Have you guys
to
seen
be
all the
not.
combat trailers within the Mass Effect Andromeda?
Not all of them, but I've seen
Basically, what I can say is that they've pretty much just one-upped themselves completely and made it very, very combat-oriented in that kind of deal. But it still has enough of like maybe an RPG sense, which is kind of reassuring.
To me, the combat
would you guys agree with
like
that, or
third-person Titanfall with a skill wheel in a couple of different ways. Third-person Titanfall with a skill wheel.
So I just okay, never mind. Hold up.
Well,
Could
I
you
kind of
explain
say that about
further?
a lot of games lately, but what I mean by that is combat's more based on the hypermobility of it all, the jetpacks, the wall running, the teleporting and such. And that adds a whole new level of combat, and I'm not complaining about that. It's just a theme that Titanfall came up with, and now everyone's kind of copied.
So I'm
Okay.
reading an
I can see
interview.
your point.
and
Daniel, what were you saying?
The Andromeda begins with you leaving the Milky Way galaxy right after the events of Mass Effect 2, before the Reaper invasion. It's a 600-year trip, which everybody in there is in a cryo sleep before they wake up as the first humans in the Andromeda galaxy.
Interesting.
Okay. All right. So that answers our question right there. Okay. Gotcha.
I am very excited
what do you
for
feel-
Mass
how do you
Effect,
feel about it,
but I
Cade?
just haven't been
Do you have an
watching that
opinion on it,
much about it. I love the Mass Effect universe and everything, and I was planning to purchase it in March, but ever since Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild was announced for a March release, that's where all of my attention has gone to.
Why not both?
Because I am a minimum
makes
wage
sense.
retail worker.
Yeah.
But I have been following a lot of Andromeda stuff, and I am very excited for it. My favorite part
Is there anything else?
is that it seems like it's still, like we already said earlier, it's a service to the fans at the same time as being something for new people. One thing that stuck out to me in the most recent trailer was he said, "I don't need an army, I've got a Krogan." And if you're someone who plays the other games, you're just like, "Oh, there's a Krogan."
True.
And so I like that it's still... It's not going to take the time, I'm sure, to like baby explain everything.
I can agree with
so
that, yeah.
fans of the series will be like, "Carl, I already know this." But I like that it's still something that fans will come in and be like, "Oh, well, I know what this is." Yeah. Something that fans will come in and be like, "Oh, well, I know what this is."
I understand that. The
Hated
last
it.
BioWare game to come out was
Hated it.
Dragon Age Inquisition. A lot of people hated it. A lot of people hated that game. I never beat it myself, but I just got bored with it because it just had,
Agreed.
if anything, it had too much quantity, not enough quality. And after playing that and then seeing all the trailers for Mass Effect Andromeda, I'm actually kind of worried, to tell you the truth, about Mass Effect Andromeda. And I'm a huge Mass Effect fan, big fan of all of them. But I'm just worried because it seems like it's getting a little bit more combat oriented, to tell you the truth. Because Mass Effect 1 and 2 felt like it was getting the hang of it. Well, Mass Effect 1 introduced the whole RPG sense, and then Mass Effect 2 kind of got the combat down. And Mass Effect 3 kind of perfected the combat, but then it kind of threw away its RPG elements a little bit too much, in the sense where like the endings didn't really...
Yep.
There was no branching out. It was all just a funnel, basically. And I feel like if we can follow the example of Dragon Age Inquisition, we should be worried about Mass Effect Andromeda as well, because if they adapt too much, then they're going to leave their fans behind. And the combat looks so different that I feel like that's going to throw off a lot of fans. It's not going to worry me, but I'm gonna buy it no matter what. So it's Mass Effect.
And
So I'm a little bit worried
guys should
about the
watch
game.
that interview with from Game
the
Informer,
character design
because
looks
one of
good.
the interviewers does ask him that he says there's a lot of similarities that he's seen because they played the first hour of the game. He said they saw a lot of similarities with Dragon Age Inquisition, and he was like, what would you say to people that maybe didn't necessarily like Dragon Age Inquisition, and maybe people that really did like it, and the what's his name, the lead developer guy at BioWare answers that. I can't remember exactly what he said, but yeah, if that's what your question is, then you can ask, or you can watch that video.
Okay, okay. I'll take a look at that because I'm genuinely interested in that. Is there anything else that you guys wanted to talk about Mass Effect Andromeda,
No,
or
that's it for Mass Effect.
anything that comes to mind? No.
Yes.
All right,
Mm-hmm.
but all across
Big
the board,
yes.
are you guys
Big
excited
thumbs up
for
from
it?
Cade.
Of course, Cade loves those hyper technology games.
Science fiction genre is my
Same.
favorite.
They're amazing. I absolutely agree. All right. And Kate actually mentioned something a while back. There's the Zelda Breath of the Wild game that has a bunch of stuff coming
This
out
is
for
true.
it. But also,
Eh,
the Nintendo Switch was announced.
I'm
Yes,
proud for them. I
and-
think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I want to know everybody's opinion
I
about
hope
this
it
Nintendo
does well.
Switch.
I
So,
also hope it does well.
it's a handheld.
yeah?
It's a handheld.
It's not a handheld.
Well, it's
it's
a
a console
console
that
as
you
well.
can take with you.
It goes to 1080p and everything.
It's a
It
handheld.
plays.
It's a portable console, and
I think it's kind
It
of what they
scales
wanted
down,
maybe
though.
the Wii
That's
U
the
to
thing.
be at
When
one
it goes
point.
portable, it scales
You
down
know what
to
I mean?
720.
Yeah.
But the platform itself, like the whole console, is the little screen. It doesn't really have a box, but it connects to your TV, and you can play on your TV with a Pro controller, one that's more of a traditional controller kind of feel. You can use the little touchpad thing that has a controller attachments, and then you can have everything go down to that little handheld screen and take it with you on the go. And I think the biggest success that they've had is they have all of the third-party support back. They didn't have any third-party support. Well, I don't want to say any. They had very little third-party support for the Wii U. And immediately they've had a whole bunch of people say that they're going to be bringing all these great games to it. The Skyrim Remastered Edition is going to be coming to the Switch, so you can play Skyrim while on a plane. Yeah, that's all I have to say right now. I'm shutting up.
That's fine. I can agree with the third-party sense. Third-party wise, they have a lot more support, it seems, than the Wii U did. The Wii U just didn't do that well. And then apparently Nintendo came out about the Wii U and was like, "Yeah, it didn't
It's
sell
true.
well
Just the
because we
name
didn't
sounds like an
explain it well enough
attachment
to
for
our
your Wii.
customers, like what it
Like
was
that's-
supposed to be." So
Part of the problem.
That's what I thought it was up until now.
yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
Whoops.
But the
Not bad.
Nintendo Switch, it's being sold for $300, which Xbox One is being sold for $250 right now, and I believe the
But when they
PS4
launched,
is being
they
sold
were
for
being
Those
sold
two
for
as well,
$500.
if not less, at $250.
Exactly.
That's true. Very true. Yes. But there's a lot. There's a. Never mind on that. That argument was a really dumb argument that I had in my head. So the price point is at a steady $300 at this point, and knowing Nintendo, they're probably going to stick with that price point for a very, very long time. I feel like they don't go pretty low on their prices on hardware and that kind of deal. Portable wise, it's going to be 1080p on your TV, but as soon as you take it off, a lot of games will scale down to 720. I'm pretty sure the new Zelda game will be scaled down to 720. And then when asked about the battery life, it was said that it's going to last anywhere between 3 to 6 hours, or 2 to 6 hours. That's what they said. Which, when asked further about that, they were like, "Oh, it just depends on the game that you're running," which makes sense, of course, but portable wise, it's not like a handheld. A handheld can last about maybe 5 to 8 hours. So it's kind of a trade-off. I'm not sure if I'm excited about the Nintendo Switch. I'm not going to buy it, of course. There's not that many games on it currently, but the promise of third-party developers bringing their stuff, even if they bring like old games to the scene, such as like Sleeping Dogs or Mass Effect 3 or anything like that, like any old game, imagine playing that portable wise. Like that just ups the quality. Like everybody wants to play like Grand Theft Auto on a portable thing. That'd be awesome. But at the price point that it's listed,
Well,
I really
I
wouldn't
personally
consider
only buy
getting it.
my Nintendo
How about you,
consoles
Kate? How do
now
you feel
for
about
Nintendo
that?
games. And
Yeah.
the big
That's the only reason
exclusive that
too.
it's going to launch with is Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
And Breath of the Wild originally started development for the Wii U. And I imagine any graphical difference between the two of them is going to be very, very minor. It would basically be a port to the Switch. And so I'm not going to get a Switch right away. Retail worker again. But I am going to get Breath of the Wild for the Wii U.
Got you. That's not really that good, though. I think Josh was going to touch on it, how it's not
that's my
good if
problem
you're just
with
buying a
Nintendo
console for
lately,
its
like,
games.
That's what I grew up on.
You know what
I
I
grew
mean?
up on the
Like-
64 and the GameCube, and I love Nintendo. And I want them to do well. I
Yeah.
really do. But I only want to play Nintendo games on a Nintendo. I'm not an Xbox 360 for everything else. And at that point, what's the point in buying it if I'm just going to play
Yeah.
Zelda and Mario on it? And the new Mario games aren't even good.
Yeah, and Smash Bros. And stuff.
Yeah,
But I don't want
agree
Nintendo to
with
go
that.
under. I want them to continue making great games like they used to, but I don't want to buy their consoles. That's my problem.
I do wish them well. I hope that they do well because at this point the Wii U sold pretty terribly. So I hope that they're learning their lessons and they're like, hey, maybe we should work with this a little bit more. They announced that they're going to come out with an online.
My knee is gonna
thing. They're getting
leave.
rid of Miiverse, and they're replacing it with
He's
some
like
kind of new online service.
6 years
Yeah,
old.
your Mii's dead now. Sorry, man.
It's too young to die.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're saying that they want to replace it, but it seems a little bit more complicated, and they don't really have it down yet.
I rented it.
Splatoon 2.
Tucker has a
been
lot more
announced as well.
experience with
Kate,
it
did
than
you
I
ever
do.
play Splatoon?
It's good.
Was it good?
The only the thing that was wrong with the first one
Oh, okay.
was that you couldn't party
Yeah.
up with your friends and play with them online, and offline to play like couch with each other. There's one game mode, and it's not a very fun game mode, and you can only do 1v1, and you can only use maybe like a quarter of the weapons that are in the game in that game mode. And so it wasn't like
Sounds awful.
a very good multiplayer game is what it was supposed to be for, like, just because it was missing some like really like basic stuff like being able to play with your friends. But it was like, as far as like the if was the game fun, like, oh yeah, it was way fun.
Okay. Hopefully they fix that within Splatoon 2. From what I've
And
heard,
Splatoon
2
was
is kind of
way
just gonna be the
popular
same
in
as
Japan,
Splatoon. But
Oh, yeah.
hopefully they
There's
fix their
professional
but
online
not
circuits
here
for
in
it.
the States.
Oh,
What
I
is
don't doubt it.
Splatoon? Explain it to the ignorant.
It's a third-person
You're a kid,
shooter.
you're a squid, you're a kid, you're a
It's
squid.
a third-person shooter where you
You're a squid!
are a part human, part
yeah.
squid.
I remember now.
And when you're a human, you have this little paint gun or ink gun that
That's
you
on the
squirt
Wii.
your ink everywhere, and then you can transform into a squid and like swim through the ink really quickly, and then change back to it. And there's a bunch of different game modes. There's one that's like the most popular probably is Turf Takeover, where you try to spread the most ink on the map more than the other team. And other players, you can splat them by spraying them with a bunch of ink, and then they just explode and spread your ink everywhere, and then they have to respawn back at their home base.
It sounds like
That
chaos.
sounds kind of fun.
Yeah, it's
So
like
it's less about
dominating
killing
them,
the other
but
team and
by
more about painting
killing
the
other
level,
team
right?
members,
It's
you're
like-
stopping them from spreading ink, and also when you kill them, it spreads a lot of ink around where they died. And so, yeah, and there's a ton of different. There's like melee. There's like
Gotcha.
a paint roller that's like a melee weapon. If you run over people, they just die instantly. Or there are like snipers that are really difficult to use, but they can shoot really far. And like rocket launchers, paint brushes that you swing really fast like a ninja. It's really fun, but it just didn't have some of the things that multiplayer games
Yeah.
need,
It-
like the ability
Yeah.
to play with your friends.
And I think that Nintendo, the game console, is just to blame for that. if
They're
anything.
rich.
The
Well, it's a
developer probably
first-party
didn't have the
Nintendo
tools or
title. It's
means
one
to
of their
do so,
franchises
you know?
now.
Well, it's a first-party Nintendo title. It's one of their franchises now.
Good. Then hopefully they'll add more support to it and fix that aspect of it and make it a little
But
bit
it's
more
way
user
fun.
friendly. But yeah, I wish Nintendo Switch all of the best of luck. I hope they do well. I know they'll do well in Japan. Of course they will, but hopefully in America they'll do well as well. I'm saying well a lot. Sorry guys. Well. Another news, the new Star Wars is scheduled to come out sometime this year, I believe. And then they came out with the name. They revealed the name for it, which is The Last Jedi, if I'm correct.
The Last Jedi.
How do you guys feel? Are you
Yeah,
guys
Star Wars.
excited? Are you guys
Always love
thrilled?
Star
What are you
Wars.
guys feeling about that?
They'll do.
I'm a little sold out.
They have a
on
plan.
Star
They have a.
Wars.
Always love Star Wars.
I can agree.
They have a plan.
Sorry. They have a plan. Like,
Go ahead, whoever.
how many more movies are they making after this? Like 3 more after this one? Like.
Yeah, they have.
already
It's like every other
pre-planned.
year is supposed to be an episode, and the off years are supposed to be off story one, like a Han Solo one, or like a Boba Fett movie, or like Rogue One.
That's so awesome.
Okay.
See, I love Star Wars.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
So
I'm kind of excited about it.
I know that they're gonna do good things.
Star Wars is awesome. Yeah.
I know that they're going
And honestly, I'm really glad that it is
I
Disney
can agree with
now
that.
instead of George Lucas, because
Yep.
like I feel like George Lucas did a really good job with the like creating the idea and stuff, but like
George has a very creative mind, but he's not an amazing director. I've taken the
Yeah,
same film
I would
class
say
twice, and that's the big consensus of film history and his film buffs. Very creative artistically, not a good director.
film buffs.
yeah,
Very creative artistically.
especially like
man.
the prequels. Those are his brain children. Like
Okay.
he, everything that's bad about them is like George Lucas. Like he did that, and everybody hates him.
I don't hate them.
Everyone.
Everybody loved
And, like,
him when he
there are
first came
good
out.
actors
That's
in
my
it,
boy.
But then he
that
came
get
out
a
with Jar Jar
bad
Binks,
rap
and then everybody was
because,
like, "We got to
like
get this
Ewan
guy out of here."
McGregor, who's Obi-Wan Kenobi. He did a great job as Obi-Wan
Love
Kenobi, and he was a
Ewan McGregor.
great actor. But there are some scenes in there that you're just like, okay, that is
Yes.
a horrible
Great
scene,
actor.
and it's not because of bad acting; it's because of terrible directing.
Wait,
Like Anakin
which movie?
and Obi-Wan Kenobi's fight
sand?
scene in the lava. That is the tackiest, like cheesiest scene in the universe. And it's not because they're bad actors. It's because of also because it's an
I have to
awkward
watch it.
time of filmmaking history where people
It is
thought
true.
they
One of
knew
them
how to
was bad
People were like-
CG, but they did not know how to CG.
It's when computers were starting to go very, very
That's true. Yeah.
not starting to go. Computers were starting to be used in film more than ever, and they still didn't really know what to do.
Starting to be used in film more than ever.
hmm
This is the experimental stage.
What do you guys
Yeah,
think about
Jedi
that
is
title,
plural.
The Last Jedi? Are you guys okay with that, or
I think it's a little tacky.
Jedi is plural.
What is it? The singular?
Jedi is plural. You
There's
don't
not
say
Yeah, I know.
Jedis.
He's got a good point. I think the last.
What is it? The singular?
Yeah, like Jedi.
Yeah.
We are Jedi.
So it could either be
Yeah, but you
Jedi,
can also say, "I am a
plural,
Jedi."
I feel like the title's
Jedi
misleading.
you
one.
can't kill a Jedi? You know?
It could either be Jedi, plural. I feel like the title's misleading.
I feel like it's misleading too, because it's not like literally. There's not one Jedi left.
That's true. Yeah. It's, okay. Yeah, I can see that point then. All right. I'm not too hot on it. I think like compared to all the other names for the episodes we've had, that it just doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I think of like the last
Could
Jedi,
be.
I think of like a Jedi on the run from everybody.
Yeah.
And when you
That's
say
what
Last
it's gonna
Jedi, it makes me
Yeah.
think that
Yeah.
Mace Windu
Well,
is
but
actually dead.
It could be.
but he's
It could
not.
be.
Yeah, Darth Maul got cut in half.
I mean, if
and
Darth
then
Maul
fell
lived
down
by
like
getting
a
cut in half,
skyscraper.
I'm pretty sure Mace
You
Windu
don't
can live
think
through that.
Mace
I know, he
Windu
just fell off a building.
from the Jedi Council could survive a fall like
It would
that?
be pretty weak.
My favorite part is that it's Mace Windu is like the Star Wars
With the
version of
Force.
Elvis
With the
Presley.
Force, after being
Something.
electrocuted.
He's not.
Or like Tupac.
He really isn't.
Or Tupac. Yes, Tucker. Yes.
I don't know about that.
You can't prove it.
I'm pretty sure Elvis dead on a toilet.
To pass
So
10,000 cheeseburgers out his poo
true.
chute.
I guess I can't.
Oh my.
Story of my life.
I've never
Lot of
heard that.
drugs.
Okay. But yeah, I'm excited for it. Apparently, it's not going to be directed by J.J. Abrams, though. It's going to be directed by... I had the name on top of me. Rian
I've never heard that
Johnson,
name.
if I'm thinking right. Here, I got it right here. Yeah, Rian Johnson, who was known...
Ryan Johnson?
He's a new guy. He did a
I
Sundance
completely
festival.
trust new guys for
Sundance
Star Wars
festival
ever
film
since
known as
Rogue
Brick.
One. Gareth Edwards did a magnificent job. And it's only his second film he's ever
Why did they
directed
use
for
him again?
Hollywood.
Right.
And it's only his second film he's ever directed.
No.
I have.
Really?
The chicks.
Two Bears
were
Poo.
really
Have all of you
hot.
guys seen Rogue One?
In the wood? Oh. Never
Wow.
mind. The consensus is
I
not
enjoyed it.
everybody has seen
I
it.
enjoyed it a lot
I
more
liked it, yeah.
than... Well, it was more of a fan film.
Oh, yeah. It was,
Oh,
I mean,
spoil it.
it's just
Yeah,
a
I'm trying
side-
not to spoil it, so...
Just a side.
Yeah,
thing.
it's a side movie
So-
that's a good side movie.
Yeah.
I'll just say that. But yeah, I'm excited for this episode. I'm not for this next movie, but I'm also kind of worried because since Disney got a hold of them, they've been doing really good. But at the same time, they own Marvel, and Marvel they like to do this thing with the superhero.
Oh,
movies
I
where
like that,
everybody has
personally.
their own movie. There's Thor. There's Spider-Man.
And so
There's
you-
all that.
So you're saying there's going to be a like Han Solo movie, Princess Leia, Luke.
And
stuff
then
like
they're
that.
going to be like, all right, now we're going to bring all these heroes together and make another movie and stuff.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
They're going to bring that curriculum into that.
Yeah,
and
it's
Cade, you said
episodic.
you
You get-
like that
I like
curriculum?
episodes.
Personalization.
Yeah?
It's more
I
like
hate
a
it.
mini series as opposed to an actual film series.
Yeah, but
mini series as opposed to an actual film series.
So you could.
but then it just kind of becomes cookie
Well, I think
cutter
that there's a lot of
little bit.
superhero movies.
Because there's so many superhero
especially, you know, the
movies.
Marvel ones, and they like
Shut
it's a big genre.
There's a lot of superhero
But
movies.
I am very confident in their skills to make them feel not too cookie cutter after watching Doctor Strange this year. It was an origins movie for a really abstract hero that not a lot of people know, but it felt really fresh and new to me.
I haven't seen
Really
it.
abstract hero that not a lot of people know, but it felt really fresh and new.
A lot of people really like Doctor Strange.
All right, then. I haven't seen it, so I couldn't
haven't
say
seen
myself.
Doctor
Went over really
Strange,
well.
but I felt like
Yeah.
the last
Okay.
like 3 superhero movies I've seen has been like, yeah, like, okay, I've seen this, but the superhero costume is a little bit different this time, I guess. That's cool. Like Ant-Man. Like Ant-Man
Yeah.
was cool. I liked
I
Ant-Man
don't
like Ant-Man.
because
Iron Man's a pretty good
I
example
liked Ant-Man
of that.
because
Ant-Man, too.
of the one Mexican guy that's really funny and
Who's
the
that?
other funny lines. But I did not like the story or anything like that. I was like, this is a movie that I've seen before with different funny one-liners
Yeah.
in it.
Exactly.
I like
exactly.
it and dislike it. I like it in the fact where, like, if you really like a superhero, you can kind of get more on them, more movies on them.
That
Just
gets
kind
that.
of.
I'm
Build
sorry,
your
but I think that's
fanship. I don't
the
know
most
what the heck
useless
you'd say.
superpower.
Fanboy, kind
It's
of.
every
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
superpower.
But yeah,
Sure.
the cookie cutter.
Yeah, so dumb.
You talking about Ant-Man? But yeah, the cookie cutter. It does get old.
Yeah,
So-
like I feel like after seeing the same movie every year, it starts to get old.
I'm not saying they can't do different stuff like
Oh,
Doctor
no.
Strange and stuff. I'm
4
saying
Iron Mans.
after like 4 Iron Mans.
Or
Yeah,
Thor,
like
it's-
Ragnarok.
Oh, I
Every
want
Iron
more
Man-
Iron
We're kind of
Man
done with
movies.
Iron Man. That's
Where's that
kinda,
one out?
Iron Man's my favorite.
yeah.
More Iron Man movies. Iron Man's my favorite.
I mean, I liked the first one.
I enjoy watching them, but as for like story and stuff, I mean,
Yeah.
for like the third Iron Man, the main reason is just action and stuff.
And I'm not saying Disney can't make any good like movies
Oh,
or
yeah,
anything
that's
like
good.
that. like Guardians of the Galaxy was
I loved
amazing.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was a nice fresh breath of air and all that, and it did really good, and it deserved to do good. It's just all the other Avengers movies and that kind of deal that I'm just like,
I'd have to agree.
this feels old to me.
See, I'm starting. I mean, I like them all, but
I'm
Yeah,
the weird
certain.
fanboy they market to. I'm ready for Avengers Part 32.
But yeah,
Oh gosh, please.
Part 32.
There's
Right
an
before
indie
then.
game
My goodness.
I started playing a while back that I wanted to talk to you guys all about. So, have you guys played or heard of Rogue Legacy yet? It's a 2013 game, so it's kind of old now,
No.
but
I
it's a
have not.
roguelike, so every time you die, you start over. But the point of the
I
game,
hate that.
point of the game is you go into this castle and you get as far as you can into it. There are 5 different bosses you have to fight, and you go as far as you can, and then eventually you're bound to die. And it's passed on to your lineage, then your kids, to go back into the castle and follow in your footsteps. So it's got
Do
this
you get
weird
any special
genealogy
abilities?
thing.
for
Yep,
getting so
you've
far?
got dwarves in your
Okay.
family tree and giants. You can end up with a kid who's colorblind or stereo blind.
I don't even want
Straight up have
I don't
cat-
even want kids in
Ooh,
real
these are
life.
cool.
This sounds awful.
just
No,
depending
this
on what
game
happens.
is ridiculously good. So you go
What's it
through
for?
you try Rogue Legacy.
What game?
It is. It's a 2D side
I just
scroller
looked
type
it up,
of thing.
and I can say the
but
design looks really
the
good.
way
Like,
that
it
they
looks
present
pretty.
it and the way that it plays, I could play that game all day and never get sick of it. It is
Shovel
kind
Knight's a
of
very
similar to
fun
Shovel Knight.
It
game.
looks similar to Shovel
a
Knight,
little different.
if anybody knows of that.
I haven't played a whole lot of Shovel Knight, but that plays more like an
Little
RPG
bit
than a roguelike.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that sounds good to me, and the fact that your kids, like, or the people that come after you, like, they still have something that helps them a little bit. Well, not always, so they can go blind and stuff.
Yep.
It sounds like eventually, like, more hope of beating it.
You beat
What's
it
it called?
Because if you were the
by-
same every single
There are
time.
5 different boss fights that you
Have you
have to
beat
go
it,
through.
Josh?
So every time you beat a boss,
Is it
that boss stays dead for your kids as well.
Okay.
So you just have to beat them.
That sounds like that weird dog game.
See, I
that
like that aspect.
Cade and Josh.
And
maybe
it's called
play,
Rogue Legacy.
And Zach, Tokyo Jungle.
Where you have to. You're a dog and you have to mate with other dogs to stay alive.
Oh,
They
yeah.
have, like,
Oh,
kids.
yeah.
What the
Is it
heck?
like that?
Well, yeah,
sounds
because you're
like
going to go
some
old
sort
and
of-
die.
Like if you don't
Furry.
find a
Sounds
if you
like-
don't find a mate, then you're not going to be able to
No, I,
continue on.
Well, no, you don't have to go and hunt down a mate
I
or
don't-
anything. Your kids
I
are
don't
just
think so.
waiting back at the castle till they're old enough to go fight.
Okay. Because that was like that Tokyo
Is that
game.
when
Like
you
if
die,
you
you
didn't
switch
find a
out?
female
Yeah.
dog before you died, then it was game over.
Because you have to keep your generation
That's
going.
insane.
yeah. Well, the point of that's to keep going, like.
And you
in
didn't have to
line.
play as a
But I think
dog
the point of this
either.
one is like once you die.
Yeah, you could upgrade and become a velociraptor.
I mean,
Don't you
you're
love the
gonna die.
Japanese?
Jeez. You know, I like
Okay.
it. It's, you start out playing as a knight, but then a
That
few
game's fun,
years
though.
down the family tree, eventually you've got mages and you've got barbarians and such in your family line, and then they have different abilities and they can get to places that you couldn't get before in the past. So it's interesting. I like it a lot.
That's very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like that idea a lot. How much does it cost?
Yeah, like, yeah, where can you find it?
It's $14.99
the
at
Xbox
the
store.
Xbox
is
store.
$15. Sorry, my thing cut out for a while. Yeah, it's on Xbox.
Oh, it's on Xbox Live.
Well, you definitely should.
I'm downloading it now.
Okay, I might check that out then, because
Would you want to do that? You're selling your soul, Daniel.
Yeah,
You are? Did you buy
I
it?
need something.
that's cool.
Oh,
Okay.
well, we sold it to Daniel.
He sent me a message saying he just lagged out.
Uh-oh, what's going on with Tucker?
Yeah, it got laggy. I couldn't understand any of you guys for a minute there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've had pretty bad chop lag myself.
Oh. Well, shoot.
I've had pretty bad chop lag myself.
And it's only
It happened to us. a little
810
bit ago, too,
megabytes.
so it's fine.
Tucker just said that his
Technical
internet pooped out completely and to go on without him.
Wow.
Tucker just said that his internet pooped out completely.
Oh.
To go on without him.
Moment of silence
Ah.
for a fallen comrade.
Bye, Tucker.
Bye, Tucker.
Yep.
How much was it, Daniel?
I'm getting 2
$15.
megabyte a second download speed when it should be 50.
$15? That's not
I
bad.
hate internet. 2 megabyte a second download speed when it should be 50.
Oh man.
Well, that is definitely not good. Oh, there's another one that we can talk about. Most of us here have been playing the closed beta for Honor.
I think it's
I want
absolutely
to know how
beautiful.
you all
They
feel.
did a great
I
job
love
on it.
I have a lot of fun with that game.
Absolutely beautiful. They're really hard to get a hold
I
of,
like the
though.
new fighting
Like, it
mechanics.
took me so
Like, those are
long
pretty
to
intense. They're hard to
actually
get a hang
figure
of,
out how to
but-
fight effectively.
Yeah.
I still can't, let's be honest, but I try.
Same.
I can say the same. Like the first probably
Yeah, you
half
just
hour
run
I
in
was
there and it's
playing,
like,
I was
yeah,
kinda
I'm gonna
like,
take him
I
out,
can't
and then
do anything.
You're dead. What I just run in there is like, yeah, I'm gonna take him out, and then
You die.
you're dead.
Yeah, but then after playing it a lot more, I got the hang of it and
Yeah.
started getting a little bit easier and coming a little bit easier. So I say it's pretty good. If anything, it's I don't know if you guys ever played the arcade game Deadliest Warrior or anything like that, but I made the comparison in one of our videos, and it just reminds me of that because it feels so heavy and so genuinely unique. So
Yeah, I agree with that.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I really like it too. I love the customization. I like the game modes. I like all of the people you can hire.
Yeah,
they're coming out
apparently
more,
even
too.
at
Yeah, which I
launch
like a lot.
there's
And I
supposed
like
to be
that
more
there's gonna be a
characters.
campaign.
Because if you read the...
There's a trailer you can watch all of them right now on YouTube that showcases the ones that aren't in the beta.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Right now on YouTube that showcases the ones that aren't in the beta.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, there's one guy with a giant, like a Japanese dude that's huge with a giant mace, basically,
Really,
like a wooden mace.
that's cool.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the game is genuinely looking good, and I've been wanting to get into the beta for a long time. So when I finally got it, and then everybody else got it, I was like, heck
Same.
yeah!
Yeah. I've played
Yeah,
that
it's
beta more than some games that I own. I'm already level 20 prestige.
Oh yeah, and that's sad. But no, it's a fun
No,
game.
It's fun.
It's fun. I enjoy it. I like playing as the
Oh yeah,
Kai show.
loved it.
How about you guys?
I'm all
like
about
the
playing that Warlord.
The
Just
regular
playing the blocking
sword
game and
knight.
taking him out slowly.
all about playing that Warlord. Just playing the blocking game and taking him out slowly.
Yeah. I do love the
Nobrushi's so hard to
Nobushi
play.
too. They're just completely different styles.
That's what it is. Poke him, you make him
Poke
bleed a bit,
and
and then you run
Poke
away
him,
and hope
yeah.
they don't kill him.
Over and over.
Sounds like my love life.
Then you run away. And
Yeah.
Once again, my love life.
Oh, I'm just letting everybody else talk.
How about you, Cade? You're being kind of quiet.
Oh, I'm just letting everybody.
I think it's fun,
Oh.
but I will never own
Speak
it.
it. How did you feel about it?
Because I feel like once
I think
you've
it's fun, but I
played a
wouldn't
few
own
matches,
it.
you've experienced
Why?
all that there is to
I feel
experience.
like once you've played a few matches,
Well,
you've experienced all that there is.
So with Modern Warfare 2,
I disagree.
like once you played a few times, you play it all. But I played that game for over like 400 hours. You know,
Hmm
so it's the point of the game isn't the experience; it's to kill noobs.
You know, he's not wrong.
Well, I don't know. They are adding stuff to
Like-
it though, and each fight's different than the last. I would like more game modes and stuff because I like the 3 are fun, but yeah, I can see how they
Yeah,
could go.
well, I'm pretty certain that they're
But
going to
I
add
could see
more
myself
game
playing that game
modes.
for a long
Like,
time.
if you look at your stats, they've got an option for kill modes, which I assume would be modes like
Yeah.
Team Deathmatch and such. but they don't have anything like that in the current game, so I'd assume that in the full game there will be other game modes.
Yeah. Okay. I like that.
I can say that I can see the point that Cade's coming across from. That what's there is there, and even if there is a promise of more characters and such, and sometimes it can get
That's
kind of
that's true with any game.
after a
That's true
while.
with Battlefield.
That's not
and I'm
bad.
level 60 on
I was gonna
there.
say
repetition
not-
can be a good thing.
Yeah. Battlefield,
Yeah.
Overwatch.
And that's
Overwatch
true.
is very-
I'm not
has
saying
a
that it's
few
just
game
repetitive,
modes. I mean, they
but
come out
every
with
fight that
new
I've
ones
had
every now
plays
and
out
then,
almost
but
the
not like
exact
that.
same way each time. And I'm not saying it's
You
a bad
die.
game. I think it's a great game.
Cry.
Cade just doesn't want to get it.
I'm not saying that
I really enjoy the work that they did on it, and I like that Ubisoft is doing
That
more
makes sense.
games than just Splinter Cell Part 6 and Assassin's Creed Part 86.
Okay. Side note.
Yeah.
Did you guys
I can agree with
play
I can agree with that.
that Assassin's Creed China?
Yeah.
Nope.
I hated it.
I did.
The little side
It was
scroller.
free.
Sucked.
It was a free play.
Anyway.
I
yeah.
didn't like it very much.
Anyway.
I got bored really fast.
No, I was
What'd
like,
you guys get?
Jesus
Did you
crap.
guys
I was
beat the first
expecting some
level?
awesome
Well, yeah, I got played
Chinese, like, Ezio jumping around. Nope. I was done. Yeah.
It's like
Turn into a mobile
it's
phone
like
game.
a
Don't
mobile phone game.
don't waste my time with that
That's what it
garbage.
feels like to me.
I could say that too.
An app.
I got past the first boss, and then I was kind of like, maybe this game isn't what I thought it was. Now that game's probably repetitive. Repetitive.
Yes, very repetitive.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, I can see Kate's point. Although I will probably
think
be
I'm
getting
also
the
gonna get
game,
the game.
just because
I'll probably
I
get
find
it.
it enjoyable.
I will
saw-
as well.
I saw gameplay from it like 8 months ago, and I was so stoked. When they, yeah,
It's just gotten better too.
And I don't know about you guys, but like when I do the 1v1s, I almost never have it play out.
Winning
Exactly.
1v1
Get a little bit of a
is
rush
just such a head
Just doing
rush.
it out with
It's
one
so
other
much
person.
fun. Because it's
was
feels
it
fun out.
open beta online?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's beautiful. I wish I would have gotten it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
but you could also play against AI as well,
Yeah.
which I love. I love that there's AI.
I like that there's AI too, because sometimes you just want to relax from the
Yeah.
stress of online multiplayer.
It's nice, if anything. But yeah, it's a fun game. I'm definitely gonna keep my eye on it and see how it is. Did you guys ever hear
Nope.
from the spokesperson, like the guy that like helped make that thing with the cane? You ever see
Yeah.
that guy?
Gentlemen.
No.
No, that guy's awesome. The guy, when he introduced the game, he was like so into it
Yeah.
and like so like storybook teller with it. It was awesome. If you guys,
Sounds
that
cool.
YouTube video is up, I bet. So you guys should definitely check that one out. Because it's just like you can see like his genuine compassion about it. He's like, this is a game that I'm super invested into, and you guys should be invested into. So yeah. But yeah, For Honor was a good time. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. What games have you guys been playing other than that though? Is there any others you've been delving into?
Let me think.
One game that I've been playing lately.
I just beat the pre-sequel to Wolfenstein.
Oh, you're addicted.
That game was the biggest disappointment ever.
Well, it has the word pre-sequel in the title.
Yeah, well, here's the thing.
'Cause you really
the
liked-
first Wolfenstein was just ridiculously good. The combat was engaging. It was very difficult to beat. And it had a great story to it. The pre-sequel, you get in there, and we were playing this on Uber, so it's the highest difficulty it goes to. We beat it in one sitting, for one. So that's wrong.
Oh my gosh.
And then, on top of all of that, we get to the second chapter of the game, and we're expecting to have this massive difficulty spike and everything to just be crazy. No, there are zombies now. they threw zombies at us, and we mowed them all down and got to the final boss fight, and were massively disappointed. It was just so weird.
So it's a co-op game?
I was playing. It was pass
Like,
the
what do you mean
controller
by
type of thing.
we?
Every
I'm
time we
confused.
die, we'd pass over. It was me and Braxton. It was just so
Gotcha.
weird. After playing the first one, and
that makes
remembering
sense.
how long it took us to beat that game, this was just a disappointment.
That sucks.
Okay.
Yep.
Good to know.
Ain't gonna do
I
it.
think like $20 right now. So yeah, that sucks that you had a bad experience with it though. Did you guys explore all the secret options? Like they had the secret levels and all that kind of stuff.
We looked for a while.
Did you ever find
We just
anything like
couldn't
that?
really get engaged into it after we hit the second half of the game. I loved
Okay.
the first one. It was
That's actually
so
how
good.
I feel about Wolfenstein, to tell you the truth. I feel I couldn't get into it. Every time I jump into it, I'm like, all right, I'm playing it. Okay, now I'm done. Whatever, you know. It's not a game I.
Well, that's how
I'm
I am about
emotionally
all
wanna
invested
know a
into.
game?
Like some people are
I
like,
grew
oh, I
up
love this
playing
and I love that.
ID
and,
titles. Like, I played Quake 3 for days. I played the old Quake.
Are you gonna
To
say
see
Final
ID
Fantasy?
coming back, even though it's owned by Bethesda now, it brings me joy. Doom, Wolfenstein, the new Quake game that's coming out. I'm excited for it all.
Yeah.
I'd be too. The Wolfenstein that came out before this Wolfenstein, the one from like 2008 or whatever. Do you know what one I'm talking about? It has
I
the blue
have no idea
skull
what you're
guy
talking
with
about,
the
and I
Nazi
probably
hat
don't want to know
on.
what you're talking about because the in-between ID games were all garbage. Really? I don't know. I'm only speaking
Aw,
because
I
I
loved
played
That one was fun.
Doom 3, which was an Xbox 360 title. And it was when ID was just coming back over to the new gen consoles, and all of their games were garbage, in my opinion.
Gotcha.
All right.
Oh,
What have you been playing, Daniel?
Final Fantasy
Sounds like some Final
has
Fantasy.
consumed my life. I turn myself offline and play for hours, avoiding human contact. That game has me.
It's very good. I love it.
Yeah, I heard it's.
I've beat it twice now. I'm planning on beating it another 20 times. I've cried in that game too many times.
What?
It's so dang beautiful. The characters. Okay, so the people who hate on it, explain it like it's like a bro road trip. It's a dude trip. Why am I gonna play a game that's a dude trip?
Story
But-
of my life. I'm sold.
You get so much in-depth characterization of each individual. You get to know them really, really well, and I absolutely love that. The combat in that game is just ridiculous. You have this array of weapons you can use, and just destroy stuff. And it's the combat I love, absolutely love. It's different from any Final Fantasy game I've ever played, but it works. They made it work really well. The world explorer aspect, it is so beautiful to look at. One of the characters, he's a photographer, so throughout your day, he'll take pictures of events going on, battles, characters, whatever. And you guys can pose for pictures, and the outcome is just such beautiful pictures. There's so many aspects to this game that I absolutely love. I can't say I disliked anything about it.
I agree on just about every single point.
How do you feel
the
about it,
characterization is my
Wow.
favorite aspect of the game.
I agree.
It's been a very long
Oh.
time since I played a game where I actually cared about the characters.
Yeah.
Oh crap! Now I've got to pick this game up.
Yes.
I can agree with
You.
that.
Oh, and have
Yeah,
you guys
no, I
ever
wanna try
played
it out.
a Final Fantasy game before?
Ha-
I hadn't. I had not.
Have you guys ever played a Final Fantasy game before?
Yes, actually.
Okay.
I
I
played one from like 16 years ago.
Interesting story about that. I went and I bought myself a PS3
Yeah.
a while back, and this is about 2 years ago. I bought a PS3, and I was like, I'm gonna buy Final Fantasy 14 and 14-2, and play it on here because I think those games look really pretty, and I bet they're really, really fun. I was sadly mistaken,
If you want the
and I
good Final
realized that
Fantasy,
this game is utter
play
crap.
7, play 8,
So
play 10,
7.
play 12.
7.
7 is by far, up to date, their best. Until Final Fantasy
Josh, what was
15 came
that?
out. Up to date, their best. Until Final Fantasy 15 came out.
Well,
It's
the
a
thing I've
changed
never
combat
liked
system
about
in Final
Final Fantasy
Fantasy
is combat
15.
system.
It's
I've never
active
gotten
time instead of turn-based. Yeah.
That's what I heard. It's not turn-based. It's
and
not,
you could have
I hate the turn-based.
you can have an enemy
So that's the
who's
biggest
20
reason I
levels
would
ahead
get
of you, and you can defeat him as long as you are skillful enough in the game, like you yourself. So, fighting guys your level, cool, you can take care of it. But you have to actually use tactics and skill to kill enemies that are much higher level than you are. But it's hard, but it's possible, and I like that. The key component that I love.
that's pretty legit.
I like it.
Oh, I loved Witcher 3.
I know how much you love The Witcher 3. Go ahead.
Anyway, key component about Final Fantasy that I loved. If you're a long-time Final Fantasy fan,
Yeah.
you can ride the chocobos. That's important.
Oh, the chocobo is,
It's a giant
a chocobo.
bud.
Do you know what that is,
No,
Zach?
I do not know
It's
what a
imagine
chocobo
Daniel,
an
please explain.
emu that I used to raise, except it's golden and
is. A
beautiful,
giant bird.
and you can ride it, and fluffy. It's so cute.
That's cool. I like that.
I'm going to show him a picture.
Oh,
I like the
Zach, that came
idea
out
of
so
writing
wrong.
anything. I know it. Oh, okay. It's like a
It's so
giant
adorable.
chick.
And they've been
Yeah,
a
basically.
very important part of the games.
Okay.
In my opinion, important part of the games ever since the beginning. So I'm glad they integrated it so much. You can personalize them and level them up. Every aspect of this game, pretty much, you can level up. Like the main character, he fishes. You can level up your fishing. It's so cool.
That's cool.
Anyway, I'm done with my Final Fantasy 15 spiel unless you guys have any questions. I'm done with my Final Fantasy 15 spiel unless you guys have any questions.
I actually heard that the developers of Final Fantasy 15, when it was originally in development, when Witcher 3 came out, they're like, all right, every single developer here needs to play The Witcher 3, and we need to incorporate
That's
that
awesome.
into Final Fantasy 15.
I have not.
That's the story that I heard about it. Have you heard anything about that
I've-
stuff? I mean, it's a pretty awesome story,
I think
and I sincerely hope that was what happened.
I could see it, especially with the atmosphere, the world explorer aspect. I can see similarities between the two games. So yeah. Oh,
Okay.
Yeah. I was very I looked up on Xbox the year in review and all that stuff, and it said that Witcher 3 was my most played game, and I was sitting there like, I don't feel like I played that much Witcher.
Weird.
I only got past like the first level. So
see,
when
I
you told me that
put
was, like,
probably
the year, I was
300
like,
plus hours in Witcher 3.
I didn't.
I put probably 300 plus hours in Witcher 3. I love those
Man,
world
dang.
explore, deep, immersive storylines where you get to know the characters. I love those games.
I agree with that. The game looks absolutely amazing. It's definitely on my list.
Yeah, I would like to try it out.
I definitely wouldn't
Final
judge it on
Fantasy
its
15 demo?
I played the demo and I was like, this game doesn't look that good.
I wasn't that a ways before it actually came out.
Yeah, like the platinum demo or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played it and I was like, because there was no like open worldness to it. There was no like actual story elements. It was just like, oh, we're gonna go
Yeah.
travel through this world, and then that was it. It looks good, and it's definitely on my list for something I need to get. I need to get that.
Yes, sir.
Cade.
My most
What
recent
have you been
game that
playing?
I played a little preview for that I'm very happy with is Pit People. There is a free game preview
I've
that you
heard
can all
about it.
play,
Pit
and it's very
People.
fun.
Tell
It's made
me.
by Behemoth Games. They did Battle Block Theater and Castle Crashers.
Oh no,
Oh.
not people again.
But this time, instead of like Castle Crashers was a little side scroller arcade feeling kind of game, Battle Block was a little side-scrolling action platformer, and this feels a lot like the Fire Emblem series or Final Fantasy Tactics. It's
You bought me a
turn-based
Fire
strategy
Emblem.
games,
Downloading it right now.
and it's super fun. It's super fun, has the same quirky, cute little art style that you would expect from that studio, and the hilarious, super random, off-the-wall college kid writing. My favorite part, it's telling the story of Horatio, a blueberry farmer.
I like it.
And he says, but sadly, Horatio was about to die. And then you were playing as Horatio, and you kill these guys, and then he said, I said Horatio dies! And then he crushes your house, which your son is inside, and then he goes, whoopsie, butterfingers! And then the whole motivation of the game is to get narrator who killed your son.
Nice.
Oh my god.
That sounds
It's
awesome.
super dorky fun. The game preview is
game
one
that
of
I
those
need to play.
timed ones, like
I
you
want to
play
play
it once and it's super
That's
short,
awesome.
but after you play it once, you can't play it again. But I really liked it. A full release date? I think it's
Okay.
already
Is there a release date on that? Or
I'm not sure. I know that the full price for the game is $20. Yeah.
What? I might just buy that game without even trying out the trial, because I loved all the rest of them. So
Yeah.
it's an you said, so it's like Fire Emblem.
yeah,
not
no,
Fire
it's
Emblem. Is it
more-
like an RTS.
it's more,
or
It's
TT
turn-based.
does.
It's they do stuff and they move a few steps and then you move a few steps. Yeah, very similar to XCOM.
Oh.
Like
I keep
XCOM.
trying to pick up XCOM again, but one of my main
Okay.
guys died, and it
I
just
would
makes
love
me
that.
sad.
I keep trying to pick up XCOM again, but one of my main guys died, and it just makes me sad.
you have to invest in
I
yourself. in that game.
did,
You
and that's
have to
why I
name
can't
your
get back into it.
characters
Because every
and,
time I'm
form
like, well, he's
backstories
dead
for 'em.
now.
At least
What's
I
the
do.
point?
I did,
I-
and that's why I can't get
I
back
miss
into
him
it.
so much.
Every time I'm like, well, he's dead now. What's the point?
Yeah.
That's depressing.
It's true though. It is so true. Oh, bad. That is
Oh, yeah.
definitely a game I definitely want to check out.
Yeah, I'll check that
There's
out.
a co-op mode
I'm
too,
playing
right?
that game Josh told me to play.
Yeah,
It's
a
really
co-op.
cool.
Okay,
local.
I'm playing that game Josh told me to play.
It's
Uh-huh.
It's really,
a little
Yeah.
dorky, but I like it.
it's a little dorky, but I like it.
Well, you know it.
Cool.
Hey, it sounds like a game that Josh would love.
Oh, you know it.
Heck yeah. Well, that's freaking awesome.
A game that I want to get into because I've played all of them, and some of them suck, but some of them
Ugh.
are really good in my opinion. Resident Evil 7, because first of all, horror is my favorite genre of gaming. I've beat Outlast. I loved it. I love all the games like that, and so I'm kind of excited. I didn't like Aliens, so when I think of Resident Evil 7, I think of like Aliens mixed with Outlast, kind of, because it's first person. You can shoot them, but the point is to like be sneaky and kind of hide and then work your way through everything. And for a Resident Evil game, that's completely different. I've never done that before. My favorite are 4 and 5, which are combat oriented, even though the fighting is really super wonky, which I think it makes it fun because you have to, I don't know, you have to like know the buttons and the controls to get your way around. So for Resident Evil 7, kind of switched to like an Outlast vibe.
Speaking
Wait,
of,
Final Fantasy, you said it has an Outlast vibe?
Really excited to try it out.
Okay. I hate
yeah,
Outlast.
speaking of horror,
I've almost got to
Uh-huh.
did you ever play the old
Yeah,
PS titles, Onimusha?
The old
Yeah.
PS.
It's another
Wait, what's it
Capcom
about?
title.
Onimusha.
You've seen me play Onimusha.
Nope.
It's about this samurai Samanosuke. He is tasked with saving this princess from Lord Obunaga Oda.
Saving this princess.
And he goes to the castle and he tries to save the princess, and then
That's an
there are
interesting name.
demons everywhere. And he plays a lot like the old Resident Evil titles played,
That sounds exciting.
but with a sword as opposed to a gun.
Old Resident Evil titles played.
Okay.
Fixed camera angles and stuff.
It's really good. All of
That sounds
them
fun.
up to 3 were ridiculous.
Cool.
Different.
Really good.
Mhm.
All of them up to 3 were
Yeah.
ridiculous.
I've almost got it
And
beat.
what were you saying about Outlast?
I'm just too
Daniel?
scared to do it alone.
I've almost got it beat.
Yeah. See, I really
don't.
like the games that freak me out. Like you play alone, you are scared to go into the next room.
Because it's psycho.
I don't know why, but I really love it.
Zach's demented like that.
I am demented like that. Yeah.
Freaking, we played Outlast. Me and Zach played it together for the first time. And then it came out on the free Xbox Live thing. And then Zach played it all the way through.
I beat it in a night.
In a night. In 2 hours, right? You beat Outlast in 2
In
hours.
like 3.
Yeah. 3.5? Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So.
that's the thing with horror games, though. Once, like, you're not scared at all, it's...
Yeah, like once you beat it once, for the most part, once you beat it,
Most
like
part.
I'm on
once,
my
it's
third
kinda-
child,
it's not
and I'm
nearly
almost dead already.
as fun. It's intense.
intense.
It can be fun, like
It's hard. That game is
mm. Wow.
The game or real life?
Oh,
Because like I've beaten Dead Space.
oh I
like,
got 4
6
health
times,
points. I'm sorry.
and I have fun with it every single time.
I
Resident Evil 4
died!
I've beaten multiple, 20 or so,
Yeah,
and I still love it.
of course.
A bit's different though with like the sneaky, you can't really fight everything type of games though.
Yeah, I can see
Because it's
how-
all cinematic. It's all everything happens, the same way.
Yeah.
Basically.
Well, of course, yeah. I've seen like Markiplier videos being like, "Oh, this moment happens." It's like spoilered already. Like just in the thumbnail.
Yeah,
it
if you
spoils
watch
things.
it, then
Yeah.
you know everything.
Yeah, pretty
So-
much. That's horror games in a nutshell, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you guys have been playing and are looking forward to playing a bunch of new games. I've been playing old games. I've been playing Dark Souls, streaming that, and I've forgotten how much
See,
I
I've
enjoy
been
that
really
game and how
considering
crappy
buying all the Dark Souls
frame rate
games.
is in that game.
Should I?
Oh, Dark Souls.
Yeah, Dark Souls is great.
overall to make you hate yourself, Daniel. It's
I
just
love
pain.
every single one of them.
Just
I would
lots
say
of
buy
pain.
one.
Hate yourself, Daniel. It's just there's lots of pain.
I would say start out by just buying one. Like
And
buying
see how
Dark
you
Souls
like it.
1,
Okay.
and then go on to Dark Souls 2, and then go on to Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, I agree.
Because Dark Souls 1's kind of the best of both worlds. Dark Souls 2 has more of a
Linear
like
system.
linear system, and then Dark Souls 3 kind of turns into Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2 kind of combined. So Dark Souls 1 is probably the best bet, and only buy one at a time. Don't waste your money, because with those
They
types
take
of
a
games,
long time to get through.
Yes, they do. Like me and Zach's playthrough was probably 40 hours long,
Yeah.
and then our what was it? The
Fuck,
day that we stayed up.
hey, darn it! Bleep
the
that
second
out.
time we went through, we pulled our Dark Souls all-nighter.
Our
Seems so frustrating.
all-nighter, we got 10 hours
Okay,
in.
deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to-
So yeah, I would definitely recommend trying it out.
And it should be super cheap to get the first one.
Heck yeah.
So
And then other than that, I've been playing some Fallout 4 mods and that kind of deal, and there's so many that are so good. There's just so many different things in that game, and it never runs out of content, in my opinion.
I do thoroughly enjoy Fallout 4.
It's good.
Cool.
It is a good game. But yeah. Let's see. What time are we at? I believe
Definitely.
we have hit past our hour mark. And
Thank
I
you for
believe so.
having us.
So thank you all for joining us today. Unless very.
Yeah.
It's always fun to do a podcast, and it's been a very long time since we've done one. So yeah, and we had plenty to talk about. Can you guys think of anything to talk
we'll
about?
get
Because I'm
some
willing to
food.
go a little bit longer. It's
Yeah,
fine.
I haven't eaten dinner yet, and it's like 9 o'clock here.
Ah,
So,
okay. All right. So yeah,
side note,
it'd be
this
good
game's
to finish off
frustrating.
then. All right. So yeah, thank you for joining me, Josh. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good. Oh,
Okay,
Daniel,
No Man's
I
Sky.
forgot to ask.
It's a
No Man's Sky. Tell
Galaxy
me all-
Explorer.
tell me
It's
stuff
been out
about
for
it.
quite
No
a
Man's
while
Sky.
now, like almost 2 years. And
No,
so
no,
you're
no,
in
no,
a
not 2
spacecraft.
years. It came out just this last year.
Oh, never mind. Okay, so it's been out for just a minute, not crazy long. I thought it was out for 2 years. My bad.
It's been
And-
advertised for what feels like 6.
You're fine.
It's been in development since 1982
Yeah,
when the Hubble
it's true, though, it
telescope started gathering images of our galaxy. So, what I love about No Man's Sky is the exploration aspect. The game has a very intense learning curve, to where most people that start it don't get past playing for like 2 hours and then they stop. Very complicated game on a very large like large aspects of things. It's very complicated. But once you get through it, and you can start like making money and things like that, it becomes this beautiful game. Absolutely gorgeous to look at. You explore the universe. It has no objective. Your objective is what you make it. As to date, only 8% of the entire galaxy has been explored. And people, you can jump up to 30 light years at a time, and only 8%. So, yeah, I played it a lot when I was in Colorado.
So you were playing it,
yeah.
basically?
No, it's on Xbox One, bro.
I didn't know you had a PS4.
Like $40 for all the entire package.
No.
How much does it cost to get?
There's no way.
So
Really?
all the extra stuff.
Okay. All right.
I need to see.
Well, cool. Yeah.
Freak. When that game initially came out, it got a lot of backlash because it had a lot of things that it promised, but didn't deliver. So
Which
I
game?
kind of was just like jumping off the map, and I was just like, nah, not gonna play this.
Same.
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky.
Oh wait, No Man's Sky.
Are we talking about
No,
that
no,
game?
no. Sorry. Here, let's look at this.
Are we talking about the same game?
No Man's Sky. No.
Elite Dangerous is the game I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
what was Daniel
We might be talking about a different game because.
Elite Dangerous is the game I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
That's
yeah, that
been
game's
out
good.
for a
That
while.
game's
That's what I was
good.
I have never heard of
Yeah.
Elite Dangerous, yeah.
Elite Dangerous. That's been out. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought No Man's Sky.
This game's gonna have like VR, Oculus support, and all that stuff.
Wait, so this is basically No Man's Sky, but
but better. It's like Eve Online, which is like a spaceship.
No, you can
like,
explore the
battling
entire
simulator.
surface
so
of
it's
the
like a
world. You have little
limited area
probes
you
and
can
everything.
explore, but it's still
No.
so immensely huge.
No, it's not.
Well,
But-
yeah, but they said they explored 8% of the galaxy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so
Well, it's the entire galaxy.
I mean, it's
it is our
basically
literal
infinite, right?
galaxy.
yeah, basically infinite.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, it's the entire galaxy. It is our literal galaxy.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
So
but
what
this
I'm saying
place-
is No Man's Sky. It's just randomly.
Sorry, I'm
generated
still
and
caught on
you
my
can-
game.
you just go.
Yeah. Basically.
But this place.
But this is just the galaxy,
Sorry, I'm still caught
which
on
is still
my game.
super awesome. Like that's actually way cooler to me.
Yeah. Okay. Since you're talking about Elite Dangerous, yeah, Elite Dangerous is I've seen a lot of stuff about it, and okay, I'm glad we're not talking about No Man's Sky, because that game is crap.
That comment fell.
Okay, but yeah, Elite Dangerous, that game, I would definitely recommend at least giving it a try, because yeah, it has a lot to do and all that kind of deal. So yes, and with that, guys, I think we should end this episode of the podcast. I want to thank all four of our guests today. I want to thank Josh. I want to thank Cade, Daniel, and Tucker for the amount of time that they spent with us. You can find Cade at his channel Lil Fraucio.
Chilling in
You
Florida.
can find Daniel, I believe.
No, I used to, but
Exactly. I don't remember if you had a YouTube channel or not. So, yeah.
I used to.
Shh. I'm too lazy to have
Daniel,
a YouTube channel.
Josh, do you have one as well or no?
I'm too lazy to have a YouTube channel.
I understand that. No worries. And then you can find Tucker at Hardcore Manboy. And as always, you can find me and Zach at Charsur. So thank you for joining us for this podcast. And with that, guys, we wish you
Good
peace,
day.
love,
Love
and
and
happiness. Have a good day, guys. Thank you for joining us.
Good day.
Bye-bye.